Right. Good morning, everybody. 20th of April, 2021. I should say 2021. There we go. According to multiple reports, the United States Postal Service was tapped to execute a covert program monitoring social media posts for inflammatory content, particularly focusing on people planning protests. The story stems from a government bulletin obtained by Yahoo News in March. The memo they obtained include identifying details of individual Parler accounts. It's confusing. There's no explanation why the mail service would have anything to do with this other than, quote, the program is part of the efforts of the United States Postal Inspection Service, USPS, the law enforcement arm of the USPS. According to their website, the Postal Inspection Service conducts investigations related to a wide variety of concerns, including drugs, money laundering, and child exploitation. USPS spying on the public is not completely novel, but this venturing into the virtual sphere is unusual. While the United States Postal Service while the use of the United States Postal Investigation Service, blah blah blah, is certainly unusual for online content monitoring, the general act of such close government-backed surveillance is not so unexpected. A large percentage of police departments use social media to monitor public sentiment and for intelligence gathering, which of course means for you, be aware of what you're posting on social media. As for me, I'm screwed. I'm out here. There's no question. People know everything they want to know about me. But as for you, maybe an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure there. In an age when certain groups of people on one side of the aisle are disproportionately treated as threats, this only reveals laid groundwork for potential human rights abuses and partisan discrimination. Interestingly, some on the left are just as concerned about this revelation, and for the same perceived reasons. The World Socialist website wrote, quote, as with all previous references to extremism, the exposure of a social media surveillance operation by the United States Postal Service shows that an effort is underway to brand all political opposition and protest as inflammatory and violent. While nothing is being done to expose the political organization and financial connections between the Republican Party and Donald Trump with fascist groups, again still quoting, such as the Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, and Three Percenters militia, the real target of the surveillance and attack on democratic rights is the working class, left-wing, and socialist political organizations and individuals, end quote. Speaks a lot to their ideology there. I would disagree, but at least they're concerned about potential abuses of power. Considering that the identifying information in the memo was of Parler accounts, the idea that it is only targeting the left seems unlikely, but it's certainly interesting to see equal fear of authoritarian violations of privacy from opposite political opinions. Go back over here. Do we even have a live stream? We do. Good morning, everybody. Bear, you are still there. Thanks, JV. I appreciate that. From theguardian.com, here's some cuckster with a mask hanging from one ear because clearly that works. Outcry over United States Postal Service reportedly tracking social media posts. The Postmaster General, Louis DeJoy, is this fella right here apparently. At least he's being responsible by wearing his mask on one ear. The United States Postal Service has reportedly been monitoring social media posts with the focus on people planning protests. The surveillance procedure known as Internet Covert Operations Program, or ICOP, tracks social media activity that it describes as inflammatory and shares that information to government agencies, according to a government bulletin from 16 March obtained by Yahoo News. The program is part of the efforts of the United States Postal Inspection Service, the law enforcement arm of the United States Postal Service. USPS monitored social media accounts regarding planned protests occurring internationally and domestically on 20 March, when the worldwide rally for freedom and democracy was scheduled to take place, according to the bulletin. So there's a little confirmation there from Business Insider. The Postal Service is reportedly monitoring American social media for inflammatory content. And by the way, you've got links to all this in the YouTube description and on Patreon. Patreon.com, search for Bear Independent. That's how we make sure that we still have a voice in today's crazy day and age. It's $1 a month, $10 a year to get started, and the higher you go in subscription, the higher value you will get. I promise you that. Business Insider. The law enforcement arm of the USPS is running a covert program, according to Yahoo News. The surveillance effort, known as ICOP, monitors American social media for inflammatory posts. A memo obtained by Yahoo includes identifying details and screenshots of users' Parler accounts. Good times. So, it matters less, I think, that they are doing this, and more why they are doing this. The idea that the government is spying on you is nothing new. That the government will be spying on its dissenters using quasi-governmental institutions is nothing new. This is just one more indicator of the decline of the American empire. We are heavily trending in the direction of socialism/communism, and all these different institutions, governmental institutions, will be weaponized against the people sooner or later. That's just the way things go. It's happened 100 times in 100 different places already on the face of the earth. It's happening here. So this is just one more indicator for me that, oh, hey, look, the decline of the American empire. And then from WSWS.org, which is the World Socialist website, which is just yummy. Going back to 2001, with the creation of the Mail Isolation and Control Tracking System, the United States Postal Service can retroactively track mail correspondence at the request of law enforcement. Since that time, the USPS has been scanning every piece of mail that is delivered to each mailbox. With the integration of digital technologies into the process, the United States Postal Service has been capturing exterior images of letter-sized mail and storing these images in the database. Among the information being captured are names, addresses, return addresses, and postmark locations, and this information is very similar to the email and phone call metadata that was previously being captured and stored as part of the NSA mass surveillance program. The existence of the MICT or MICT system was inadvertently revealed on 7 June 2013 when the FBI was discussing an investigation into ricin-laced letters sent to President Barack Obama and New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. The program was confirmed by Postmaster General Patrick Donahoe in an Associated Press interview 9 weeks later. In 2014, USPS began marketing the MICT system to the public as Informed Delivery, a service that enables individuals to view the exterior of the mail arriving in their mailbox before it arrives, or before they have a chance to check their mailbox. In other words, hey, the pig broke out of the barn, let's slap some lipstick on it before it gets out there and shits all over the neighbor's front yard. Do I even still have a live stream? I do indeed. 527 of y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming here and hanging out. Blue Wrenches, good morning, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the sound of the rain on the roof. Mums 400, appreciate you. Hey, today only, go to Bear Independent, click on Das Storo right up here. By the way, if you're like, hey, Bear, I need to get a hold of you, you click the contact page at bearindependent.com. which is spelled BAREENDUHTAPANDTZQ'*X*rainbow emoji.com. That's how you spell Bear Independent. You click the contact page and you can send your intel. Please send your intel to the Dance Monkeys. I don't know if y'all aren't as into it as you used to be now that the election's over, or if you're just bored, but the intel submissions have been shiza. So you can do that here at intel@bearindependent.com. Specifically your silver linings, what's the good stuff that's going on out there in the world. We would appreciate that contact. Also over here, you got a thing that if you're on Patreon you've known about for the last 2 weeks. We call this thing the BooBoo Kit right here. Handmade, made in America, pouch is guaranteed forever. This is a BooBoo Kit. Your BooBoo Kit is $50, Bear? Yeah, it's $50. You know why? Look, made in America. And what's in it isn't garbage, unlike everybody else's BooBoo Kit. So, BooBoo Basic First Aid Kit. Look at the stitching, y'all. Look at it. Americans made this. It's the best. Tremendous. Believe it. So, made in the USA. 4 burn gel packets, 4 triple antibiotic ointment, 4 antiseptic wipes, 4 sting relief, iodine wipes, vinyl gloves, surgical tape, flat duct tape, 2-inch rolled gauze, 5x9 gauze pads, 4x4 gauze pads, 3x3 gauze pads, 2x2 gauze pads, 1/4-inch steri strips, 1/2-inch steri strips, splinter out, fingertip band-aids, knuckle bandages, 1x3 band-aids, and a Sharpie marker so that you can write on the forehead of your toddler, suck less. Sorry. And we got a little 5-star review down here from Mouse. If you've got kiddos, then this is it. Toss one of them in your diaper bag, day pack, or purse, and you're set. Add a SWAT T tourniquet and a fold flat SAM splint to increase the capability of this kit tenfold. Excellent companion to the Bear Fac or Cub kit. Covers all bases and the outfield. Great job. So, you got here, this is the BooBoo Kit. Today you can use promo code BB15, Bravo 15. Get you 15% off. Or you can not use it. Don't care. Whatever. It's all good to go. We've had a lot of people who said, Bear, we love your first aid kits, but, you know, sometimes I'm not needing to deal with gunshot wounds in my suburban utopia. Is there anything that's maybe a little bit more applicable? So yeah, we created a BooBoo Kit. Here it is. It's appropriately sized to fit in the door pocket of your truck or the glove box or the desk drawer in your office, and it's for boo-boos. It's not for gunshot wounds. It's not for operating operationally while an operator in my multicam plate carrier chest rig, you know, Lancer missile system bullshit. It's not for that. It's a BooBoo Kit. So, if you got boo-boos, this is how this works. Patreon has been aware of this for a couple of weeks already. We are already on our 2nd reorder from our vendor on these. 3rd reorder from our vendor on these because you guys are awesome. Handmade, made in America, guaranteed forever. And we are working diligently on making more handmade pouches for y'all. And American-made pouches. Bear Fac right here. We appreciate y'all for supporting our small businesses. You guys are the best, tremendous. Believe it, everybody tells me. Let's talk about Joe Rogan. So yeah, just go to Bear Independent over here, click the store, and dude, anything you want with the Bear logo, it's over there. We really appreciate y'all. Guys, still got a live stream? Nah, people be pissed, yo. Bear, how dare you talk about products and services? What are you, the ShamWow guy of first aid gear? Yes, I am the ShamWow guy of first aid gear. From theblaze.com, Joe Rogan under fire for suggesting healthy young people should not get COVID vaccines. Well, Yah forbid that we use a little bit of common sense here. Stand by. Tabaco Especial. Muchos importantes. There we go. From Breck Dumas, or Breck Dumbass, I don't know. 27 April 21 at the Blaze. Podcast titan Joe Rogan has come under attack from critics after saying that while he believes COVID-19 vaccines are for the most part safe, he does not believe healthy young people should get the jab. During a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, the host said, "I think you should get vaccinated if you're vulnerable," noting that his parents have both been vaccinated. Quote, "I encouraged a lot of people to get it." And people say, "Do you think it's safe to get vaccinated?" I've said, "Yeah, I think for the most part it's safe to get vaccinated. I do. Continuing the quote, "But if you're like 21 years old and you say to me, should I get vaccinated? I'll go, no." He continued, "Are you healthy? Are you a healthy person? Like, look, don't do anything stupid, but you should take care of yourself. You should, if you're a healthy person and you're exercising all the time and you're young and you're eating well, like, I don't think you need to worry about this." Huh. Common sense. Interesting. To be clear, I have zero personal interest in taking the vaccine for myriad personal reasons. If you want to do it, go for it. That's right. That's your right as an American. I will not stop you from doing that. I don't want it. I'm not interested. By the way, I'm so colorblind that I thought this cup was gray, and I've been ridiculed by 2 people already for having not a gray cup, but a gay-colored cup. Yeah. Turquoise. Apparently, it's a very girly turquoise. I thought it was light gray because #rods and cones, bro. So
it looks fabulous next to your skin.
You were the 3rd person to say that to me today.
Yeah.
Good times. So he went on to reveal that both his children contracted COVID, and it was nothing. Rogan's guest during the segment, comedian Dave Smith, told the host that he will not have his young daughter vaccinated for the coronavirus, saying it's a virus she statistically has no risk from. Smith added, "I'm sorry, I'm not taking any experiment on her, and that's my attitude towards it." I believe this is Dave Smith from the Part of the Problem podcast on the Gas Digital Network. I like Dave Smith a lot, so if you're out there, Dave Smith, you're a good dude. We should party sometime. Libertarian, but not like big L, stupid Libertarian Party libertarian, like little L, fan of liberty libertarian. And if you're a fan of liberty, you are therefore a fan of personal responsibility. Love and marriage goes together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Liberty and personal responsibility, you can't have one without the other. So, big fan of Dave Smith. I'm a big fan of Rogan, honestly. I don't listen to I don't listen to all of his podcasts because sometimes there's people on there that are so, I'm diametrically opposed to their worldview, which doesn't necessarily mean that I won't listen, but their delivery is such that I cannot fathom spending 3 hours listening to them speak. Although it is very good to get the boundaries of your mind pushed occasionally. You don't have to agree with everything that everybody says, nor should you find yourself in a positive feedback loop or in a vacuum of ideas. It's good to know what the opposite viewpoint of yours is, and a true sign of intelligence is being able to articulate both sides of an argument. So I listen to Rogan quite a bit, though I don't always agree with what he has to say, nor do I always agree with his guests. Rogan responded, but it's amazing that that's controversial, that even saying that I'm not going to inject my child with the vaccine is controversial. It's crazy, because again, we are not talking about even the flu that we just found out killed 22,000 people last year. We're not talking about that. We're talking about something that is not statistically dangerous for children, but yet people want you to get your child vaccinated, which is crazy to me. Like you should be vaccinated if you are vulnerable. You should. A snippet of Rogan's comments began circulating on social media on Tuesday and was quickly hit with a warning label by Twitter. His name also began trending on the platform amid outrage from critics, with some people even calling for his show to be canceled by Spotify. These people being worthless human beings who are offended by words. One person tweeted, quote, "I spent 5 days in the hospital and am still on supplemental oxygen because of COVID. I may have permanent lung scarring. Spotify is trying to kill people with dangerous disinformation. They need to fire Joe Rogan immediately." Shut up. Alright. On to other things that matter, kind of. U.S. and other countries deepen climate goals at Earth Day Summit. This is from One American News Network. And this article, essentially, you got links to all this down here, is talking about the concept that, hey, the world is dying still a whole bunch, and it's going to be really bad. And remember when we told you that the world was going to end in the 70s, and then it didn't? We were just wrong by 5 years. We mean 10 years. Wait, no, it's 20 years we were wrong. Okay, definitely by the year 2000, everybody's going to die. Well, the seashores are going to be under 12 foot of additional water, and 90% of the world's population lives within 50 miles of the coast, and the rising sea levels due to global warming, melting the polar ice caps is going to kill everybody, and there's going to be a mass die-off, and we're all going to die, and society's going to grind to all. Remember all of that bullcrap? Yeah, they're still going with all of that. It just, how do you hit a target that keeps moving? You don't. It's the perfect thing. Gets all the way back to the report from Iron Mountain. Large unattainable goals. What should we focus on to stimulate the economy? Large unattainable goals. Which economy? Oh, the green economy. Why? Because there's a bunch of leftist bastards in control now. The green economy is nothing more than a marketing campaign for traditional energy companies that own the vast majority of the green infrastructure. It's all a bunch of bullcrap. And additionally, by the way, you can't eat meat anymore. And so, first of all, it makes you aggressive. And we don't like you alpha types running around out there with your plate carriers and your AR-15s, stomach full of ribeye, no soy anywhere to be found, chugging black coffee, reading your Bible, able to quote the Constitution of these United States of America. Can't have that. You're a danger to society, which is why the postal system is spying on you. So, can't have that. Don't eat meat anymore. Oh, by the way, oil, you can't have any of that anymore either. We're going to necessarily drive the price of oil through the roof so that by comparison renewable energies looks cost effective and affordable, and that will allow us to shine a positive light on this renewable energy infrastructure bullcrap, and we'll pour ever increasing taxpayer dollars into that, which because of the fact that we continuously print money due to hyperinflation will create even more hyperinflation, which the dollar will become worthless, and then the whole system will come crashing down. And because you didn't eat meat and you didn't do your bench presses, you will be very easily thrown onto the bus and taken to the re-education camp or whatever. I don't know. Apply as much tinfoil and conspiracy to that as you like. The long and short is, yet again, there's additional world goals to cut back our greenhouse emissions. And if you give a damn about that at all, you can check the link at the article in the description. I give precisely 0 F-bombs about any of that nonsense. Precisely 0. Don't care. Tobacco Special, for those who asked. Oklahoma Preppers, good morning. Booger Dog. Booger Dog, that's a great name. Hey, listen, all you people out there that are like, Bear, when are you coming to my town to teach me how to not die? RefugeTraining.com. We got a level 1 class in Moore, Oklahoma. RefugeTraining.com. That is on the 23rd of May in Moore, Oklahoma. We've got a level 1 class in Paola, Kansas, which is just southwest of Kansas City, which is on the 13th of June. So if you're anywhere near that, you should go to that. Tallahassee, Florida. All you Floridians who are like, Bear, you never come to Florida. Hey, there's a class in Florida. Well, Tallahassee's really far away. Shut up, man. You going to the class or not? If you're in southern Georgia, if you're in Alabama, we just had a guy at the class in Indianapolis from 1,900 miles away. Hey, at least we're in your state, right? Yes, that's right. Destroying your excuses. You want to live, you want to die. Up to you. June 6th. We got a class, RefugeTraining.com in Tallahassee, Florida. And then this Friday in the Dallas area, Dallas, Texas, we've got the 30th of April, this Friday. There is a Stop the Bleed class in the morning starting at 9 a.m. And because it's on a Friday, for you and you only, for the fact that you had to take a day off of work to get this wonderful life-saving training, of which we've trained like over 500 people now in this. It's badass. You get an area study class put on by Sam Culper at Forward Observer in the afternoon from 2 to 6. So it's a BOGO, bro. For all your prepper classroom needs, man. It's the best, tremendous, believe it, believe it. That's this Friday in Dallas. You can find that at RefugeTraining.com. Grindstone Ministries is our not-for-profit charitable organization where we kick Satan in the balls every day by rescuing and rehabilitating victims of human trafficking, specifically juvenile survivors. And so if you'd like to assist us with that or learn more, you can go to grindstoneministries.com. Put on your steel-toe boots, because when you're kicking the enemy in the nards, we want that toe to be as hard as possible. So if you want to join us in that, you can sign up for the newsletter. You can click the Donate Now button, or if you want to contact us directly, you can use the contact form down below. I've got a lot of people who said, Bear, I haven't got any newsletters from Grindstone. Why? Well, the answer is simple. I don't have anything to tell you yet. We use that to schedule and inform our deployments, not to spam you with a bunch of bullshit emails. So if you're looking to get spammed with bullshit emails, don't sign up at grindstoneministries.com. If you're looking to learn how you can assist when we deploy to go kick Satan in his testicles, then you want to sign up for that, and so we will let you know via that email blast when things come, how it is that we're going to do things, what you need to bring, where we're going to go, what the scope of work is, what the length of deployment is, blah, 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 blah. That's all done through the newsletter. And with that, it's a show. Hey, listen, the Postal Service is spying on you. It's cool. It's cool. Ozarks altruistic. Shalom, brother. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all deeply. Have a wonderful day. Bear out. Shaloha.